are God's setups for something so much more than we could ever imagine.
Now that's the most intense phone staring I've ever seen. Planning on applying for a job or practicing telepathy?
Oh, a job would be nice, but maybe if I can move this with my mind, then I'll get famous.
Yeah, I hear you. Sometimes job searching is almost as impossible as telekinesis.
Wait, telekinesis? What's telepathy then?
Well, that one's the ability to communicate without talking, like Professor X.
Oh, yeah. Okay, right. Well, hey, that will work too, because maybe I can send these HR departments messages with my mind to be like, please hire me.
I know. So what's the job hunt like? Pretty grim, it seems.
Oh, yeah. It's like dating in LA.
Ugh.
Everyone's either ghosting you or the options are terrible.
Or entirely unavailable.
Right. It's like, what's the point?
I know, my recent breakup felt like a job rejection. Thank you for your interest, but we decided to go in another direction.
Oh, hey, at least you don't have to update your resume after every heartbreak.
Yeah, but I just spent the past 3 days clearing up all her pictures from my socials.
3 days?
Yeah.
Digital breakup is brutal. They just need like a archive for heartbreak.
Yeah, I need a whole new collection for that. Sam's Sadness collection.
I mean, it's tough, you know, like losing something that you thought was really solid.
Yeah. Here I am planning a life with someone, then bam, demolition crew shows up.
Yeah, that's like my life, except I need a demolition zone.
Yeah. So what happened anyway?
You know, I moved out here to chase a dream, right?
Didn't we all?
You're from here.
It doesn't mean that I haven't always been trying to chase that star that is always just out of reach.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, I think that's just the status quo for life in LA. So what piece fell out of your puzzle?
I mean, nothing even fell out. It's like someone took it and like crunched it up and ate it. Or
That's an intense yet telling analogy.
telling.
Yeah, it tells me that you feel like you got chewed up and had no chance to get back to where you were.
Or where I thought I was. Sorry, I keep getting these phantom vibrations where I think someone's calling me or emailing me and then nothing.
No, yeah, I always get that. I hate that. Sometimes I even turn off my phone and I still think I'm getting a message. Do you ever think it's weird that we meet here? Like, what if this bench was the nexus of the universe?
If this bench is some sort of fate machine, well then fate has a really messed up, twisted sense of humor.
You seem like you're carrying a pile of bricks. Spill.
I mean, it's nothing new. The job search, existential dread, and just feeling like I'm maybe one of those people that just peaked in college.
Well, first of all, no one peaks in college. That's just a myth they sell you so that you keep donating to the alumni fund.
Right. That's what's keeping me up at night.
Yeah. But seriously, what's got you spiraling today?
It's been months, Sam. Months. And I can't even get a rejection email. It's like I don't even exist.
Maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah. That's my perfect dream scenario, just slowly fading into irrelevant.
No. I just mean maybe you're supposed to pivot. You know, try something unexpected.
Okay. Like competitive knitting or crime stopping.
You would make a great detective. You have that brooding, mysterious energy about you.
Well, then you'd be my bumbling sidekick who'd expose all the leads.
Hey, see, we already have a plan B.
You ever feel like the world just keeps moving and you're just stuck?
All the time. But you're not stuck, Mia. You're just waiting. And waiting is just a quieter kind of moving.
That's very poetic. Did you write that?
Yeah. But I can pretend that I stole it from some philosopher to make it sound better.
I'll allow it. Do you ever think about what we'd be doing if things were different? Like, if we hadn't ended up on this bench today?
You'd be slowly dying under fluorescent lights and I'd be at home burning my ex's old love letters.
That is disturbingly accurate.
Yeah. Now, look, I get it. You feel lost, but sometimes the best stuff happens when you don't have a plan.
So what you're saying is I should just let life happen?
No, what I'm saying is be ready. Because when something finally happens, you don't want to be too busy sulking to notice it.
Oh, so you're saying I should stop sulking?
Or at least take a snack break in between sulk.
It's been 3 months, but it still feels so fresh. Like, I'd finally gotten in the door. And it's not even like I was 1 foot in. No, I was all the way in. And it was everything I ever wanted. I mean, granted, I didn't start at the position I wanted to, but other than that, it was going great.
I thought you did, though.
No, I had to climb the ladder for like 2.5 years until I could finally at least become a junior editor. But at least I was in the room with people I wanted to be like.
2.5 years?
Yeah, and then it was another year until they finally gave me the lead editor job that I'd been waiting for.
And?
It was short-lived. The show got canceled after only 2 episodes.
Dang, why?
Something about the executives and the writers couldn't agree where the story was going.
Well, I don't know too much about the industry, but don't the executives have the ultimate say?
I mean, you would think so. I don't know, honestly. All I know is that these people couldn't get along, and now all of us are out of a job.
Well, you know what helps? Finding, like, the funny in all the mess. Like the other day, I tripped over my own feet while trying to impress my ex.
Wow, that's deep. Well, did you at least get a laugh?
Yeah, well, solid 3 seconds before she rolled her eyes and walked away.
Well, hey, I mean, that's a small victory.
Well, every laugh counts.
Oh, I wish I could just laugh about being unemployed.
Oh my God. Well, think of it as your freedom phase, like a sabbatical, except it's imposed by the universe.
Freedom?
Yeah.
I think you mean struggling to pay my bills phase or broker than the Great Depression phase.
True, but think of all the time you have to plan your next big move.
I know you're trying to, like, make me see the bright side of things, but it's not working. I don't see any future opportunity.
What were those videos you were watching when I walked up?
Taylor?
Yeah, it sounded like she was talking about God.
Well, yeah, her channel is Hearts on Heaven, so that's kind of her thing.
Are you Christian?
No.
Then I don't understand.
I mean, I found her and I can relate to some of the stuff, I guess, that she posts.
Oh, how so?
She had this huge brand that she built, and she said she felt led to leave it all behind. And I mean, obviously I didn't choose this for myself, but here I am, so.
Well, I mean, you don't have to go to work, so.
Harsh.
You have the time.
Gosh. I guess that's true, though.
Is there any hope?
Hope for what?
I was hoping you would know.
Oh, clever. I don't know. Even if there is any hope, I don't even know where to look for it. Maybe it's for a reason. I feel like I'm always just so focused on this one dream, and then deep down I know that once it's over, I'm just gonna have to be fighting for the next thing.
It's exhausting.
Yeah. This industry, the grind never stops.
Well, think of it as a sign from God saying, chill for a bit. I got plans for you.
Yeah, he's like, sit on this bench and just take a breather.
Yeah, and who knows, maybe he has another job, even better than your last job, will show up.
Well, I hope so, because I'm getting really tired of choosing between ramen and instant noodle every night for dinner.
Hey, ramen has class. You just need to add in some fancy toppings like egg.
Egg? What? Eggs are like for the elite these days.
Well, what can I say? Me and Bruce Wayne eat omelets all over the place. Like, so, your girl got anything for me?
You're like the fountain of wisdom.
True, I am. But sometimes the one pouring out needs filling up.
Is this about your breakup? I thought you were over it.
Yeah, about as good as having a splinter and dropping the tweezers down the drain.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's scary.
I just feel like I'm stuck. I don't know, kind of like what you were saying, but just different.
I didn't realize you were religious.
Well, sort of.
I mean, you were the one bringing up God in my situation. You know, even though I don't understand it, I can't really ignore the things I hear when I listen to Taylor's videos.
What are you trying to say?
Well, wait, tell me about what's going on with you. I mean, I know the gist of the situation, but, like, what's, like, the juice? Give me the details.
Are you sure it's worth the squeeze?
The juice is always worth the squeeze.
Well, so, you know, me and Carissa broke up, but I never told you why. Well, I proposed to her.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I thought I did it all right. I bought her an evening gown and delivered it to her with a dozen roses, with a note that said, "Put this on. I'll pick you up at 7." I showed up at 6:55 in a limo in tux. Like, I was looking sharp.
Humble.
And then we went to that restaurant downtown, the one she's always been talking about. And it was so expensive, but I figured it was worth it for my future wife.
Yeah, better than ramen, even with your fancy eggs.
Yeah. And we had an amazing meal. She had to know what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
And when the dessert came out, I got down on one knee, all romantic and just like a movie. And I gave her this whole speech I prepared. And I asked her to spend the rest of her life with me. She started crying. And naturally, I thought they were tears of joy. But when she covered her mouth, shook her head no, and ran out the door, I didn't know what to think.
So horrible. I'm so sorry.
I was speechless, sitting there on one knee with the whole restaurant looking at me. It's ridiculous.
So, what'd you do?
Silently paid the check and left. I swear I didn't look at anything else but the floor the whole time.
Did she say why she said no?
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't want to tell me, you don't have to.
Well, you would think that that was the worst part, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it only got worse.
What? How does it get worse than that?
Well, I waited a couple days to call her because I couldn't bring myself to do it before then.
Yeah.
And I asked her what happened. And I figured maybe she needed a second because she didn't know how to respond. But then she told me that she's been having an affair for the past year.
What?
Yeah. I mean, she told me that she didn't want to keep living in a lie and solidify it with a ring. Such a sucker. The first thing I did was tell her that I could forgive her and that we can move forward together. But she rejected me again and told me that even though I'm a really great guy, that she just didn't see a future with me.
Oh my gosh. That is so horrible. How could anyone ever do that to you? You're such a good person.
Yeah, well, apparently not good enough.
You know, that actually reminds me of something that was in one of the videos. She was saying that the truth is our worth isn't in how we see ourselves or how others see us or our accomplishments or anything like that, but it's in what God says about us. Hold on, let me just try to find the video. I just watched it this morning.
And he says, you are loved, chosen, and valuable. In Romans 5:8, it says, and while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. That means he saw us at our worst and still thought we were worth dying for. You don't have to earn his love. It's already yours. No matter how you feel, you are enough to him. Sometimes we just need to see that the things we see as setbacks are God's setups for something so much more than we could ever imagine.
Enough in him. Makes me think.
Yeah, honestly, hits pretty deep for me too.
Yeah.
Hopefully these setbacks are just a setup for something better for us.
Yeah. I didn't think I could do any better than Carissa, but maybe knowing that someone loves me and has a plan for me set me up for something better.
And I'll tell you what, when God delivers that to you, I'll make you a bowl of ramen with 2 eggs, because by then, hopefully I'll be rich.
I look forward to that one.